So, welcome to the Magdalene Global Collective. So, you're joined with myself, Lisamarie Duffy, and I'm Keeper of the Roses, and also Dr. Mona Petal. And she's a beautiful rose priestess. And welcome you. And she is in Florida. So, we're so happy to be with you today. And we're going to talk all about our lifelong path and what's coming up, and lots of beautiful, exciting topics for you today. So,
Thank you. Hi, Lisa Marie. I mean, it's been such a while. We usually talk so often, and it's been one of those times, right? We haven't talked for a couple of weeks, and I'm so excited just to spend this time with you. And
oh,
just,
beautiful.
yeah. And I feel like we have so much to share. So much has been going on in the last 2 weeks, right?
Oh, there has. There's been a lot of,
Astrologically, with the
yeah,
feminine energy, with the goddess energy, just with everything. And so. I know for you, and for me, as we've met, we've been sharing a lot and it's helped each other on our journeys. But just the whole human experience that we live through and the embodiment of it suddenly creates such wisdom, and we tap into the divine feminine, and it's amazing, isn't it?
yeah. And then sometimes it's that other person that's looking in that has that perspective just because they're outside of the situation as well,
Yeah,
so you can
yeah,
see a little bit more. It's the observing as well.
yeah.
But we were just talking about when we were handed the key, like when we were connecting to the goddess and how the goddess arrived for each of us. So you were reflecting on your keys that you were handed as well. If you'd love to share that little story,
Oh
Mona.
gosh, yeah. So the keys, the word key has come up so many times in my spiritual awakening path. And I think it's been accelerated a lot for the last 2 years. But about 3 years ago, I kept hearing, "You are the key. You are the key." And I had no clue. Like, yeah, if I'm the key, why don't I know things? Like, is my connection going to deepen? Why do I feel like I'm walking around still in the fog? I'm the key, but I couldn't figure it out. And
Mm.
then one day, we're moving from Philadelphia to Florida, and I'm emptying jackets and pockets and for donations, and I find this beautiful key. And this key is like, I've never seen something like it. It's got a filigree pattern. It looks really like old, like an old key. And I'm like,
Wow.
who? It's not to a door in our house. I have no idea what it belongs to. So I kept it with me. And I just didn't know what it was meant for, but I'm like, I guess like I have the key now to myself, right? And then I put it away somewhere, and about a year ago, it comes up again when I'm doing my manifestation board, at the first of the year, like my vision board. I'm like, it's there for something. So I pin it to my board saying, I'm the key to unlocking myself. And the next thing I know, I meet you, and I've been dancing with Hekate, and the rose lineage. And
Yeah.
we start talking about Hekate, and suddenly you do this beautiful black rose initiation, for me. And
Yeah, what timing? My God.
do you remember that? And
Yeah.
suddenly this key comes in my mind's eye, and I'm like, I've got to hold
Yeah.
it. I've got to I walked
Yeah.
around, tucked it in my pocket here so it's next to me. Next thing I know, I'm somewhere with Hecate, and this is the key to the doorway that she showed me.
Yeah.
And just, 3 days ago, it was the Depneon to honor her. And I was doing all of the offerings, the black rose was coming up, and I'm in a meditation with her, and suddenly my third eye and my nose becomes the keyhole.
Oh my God.
It transforms, and next thing I know, I'm like, this somewhere, like there's an unlocking, and magical. And she's like there smiling in my vision. But that's like that's my dance with the key.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, it's like third eye opening, isn't it?
I think
Yeah,
so. I feel so.
yeah,
Like I feel since the last few days, like I'm still integrating and processing because,
yeah,
I'm sure many of the listeners and people who will listen to this are know that you'll have these little moments where time
yeah,
glitches, right? You'll have like these visions or dreams and then you'll integrate and the meaning might be apparent, but the deeper meaning will come in
yeah,
as it
yeah.
settles into your field, as it integrates into your energetic field.
Yeah, that's definitely true because when I did my first experience with Hekate, I didn't know exactly what did it mean. Like we received a spirit name at the time, and I did it with a friend of mine. And I was like, look, we have to do this together. It's just getting this urgency and this real like push that we needed to do this. And I was like, this is me now fully stepping into my power because I had worked with the tarot for since I was 18 years of age. I just got my first deck
Amazing.
like that,
Yeah.
guided to it out of nowhere, like just guided to it. And I was like, no, you have to use this. I had gotten an angel deck. It was messages from your angels. It was Doreen Virtue at the time. Do you know that green oracle deck? I'm sure you can all remember it as well. But like that, this push and always coming across the card, the high priestess, and like that, always feeling this presence with me. And I know now it was her presence as well, like when I was doing the readings, but it was always this strong, strong presence there and the guidance of the messages that were coming in, that were flowing through, that always brought people to the truth, always what was hidden from them. Like whether it was an affair that was hidden from them or like that, there was a mystery around someone passing away, or why did they do this? Like people looking for answers that they just wanted to know those answers. Like something was telling them that there was more than what they did know or what
Yeah.
they could receive or they have received at the time. And like when she came back again, like into my life. It was just before I was pregnant with Oren, my last little baby. And when I got the name that day, because I received a spirit name when I was in the meditation and I went down for the first time to her to receive her, and I got keeper of the roses.
Yeah.
And when I remember coming out of it, and I was like, why was I even given that name? Like, what does that even mean? Do you know that kind of way at the time? But then it really unfolded from there because, like that, I was really drawn to the roses and to work with the rose. And my only ever initiation with the roses before that was actually the Mother Mary, the
Yeah.
rosary beads when I was younger. And that was like the first time being introduced to the rose. But I mean, you forget about that, don't you, on the journey? And so much kind of disappears
You
as well,
do.
doesn't it?
Yeah, and that talking about the roses is how I found
Yeah,
you and you found me.
yeah,
So about 3 years ago, I kept feeling this blue rose in my throat and in my heart. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but it's there. And then I had
yeah,
this huge, vision in my meditation last year. And it was this, I became the blue, like the blue just went all over me. And this
wow,
rose just unfurled. And I'm like, I got to find out about the blue rose. And
yeah,
apparently, there's all this information about the blue rose, but I couldn't find it. But I did find someone who talked about the rose lineage. So I signed up for the courses that she was offering, and that's where I found you. And there was
yeah,
that instant recognition, right, of a blue rose sister, of this
yeah,
this this frequency and energy that we carry that is really like this love and truth and
yeah.
this beautiful remembrance and sisterhood. That's what when
Yeah, I
I
I
see
felt
you,
it as
yeah,
well. Yeah, I
yeah,
felt it as well. I remember looking across and I was like, wow, I just felt this connection to you. And like that, not knowing why. But we talked about it afterwards then, and
yeah,
yeah, there was so many synchronicities as well, just
yeah,
on the path, like, and yeah, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. But like
and
for all those, and even the students I have had, when you talk about Hecate, like they may think like of this dark goddess or queen of the witches or whatever way she comes across, but she's really the doorkeeper.
Yeah.
And like they do talk about this in the shamanism. And Mona, like you've done your shamanic work like to great depth. Like you
Yeah.
really carry the shamanic your connection to that lineage as well, haven't you? To the earth
Oh
keepers
gosh,
and the
yeah.
rites. Yeah, you've done
All
such
the
deep work.
13, yeah, all the rites to connect us to the lineages of the day keepers, the
Yeah,
mother, the midwives, the star people, the mountains. I
yeah,
mean, it's the shamanic teaching I've received and what I do for my clients, it is actually really connected to the divine feminine and the masculine and the sacred union as well. It's everything
yeah,
is there.
yeah.
But you know, Hekate used to scare me. I'd hear the name
Mm,
and I'd think it would be dark. But oh my gosh, of course now, in shamanism we have the lower world
yeah,
where, so
yeah.
much of our psyche is
Husker,
kept.
isn't it? How do you
Huascar,
pronounce it? Husker.
Huascar is our
Yeah,
guardian angel that helps us go through the lower world and see
yeah.
our wounds and see our psyche, that subconscious part. We have the middle
Yeah.
world, right? The middle world, which is our present, and we have the upper world with Pachakutek, destiny, and our what are we meant for? And here we have Hecate, who is the guardian and gatekeeper to all the three worlds.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
next to that, one of my big guides is Ma Tripasundari, a Hindu goddess.
Mm,
She's also keeper of the three worlds, lower,
mm,
middle, and the upper realms. So here we are, all dancing with the three levels, right?
mm.
And Hecate, the black rose, the rose lineage, is giving us a way to connect to all of these so
Yeah.
we can become what we
It's the
ourselves,
yeah, she's saying like it's not about the name, like it's actually the essence of me. So
Yes.
really she's saying here is ancient mother
Yeah.
is the
It's the
divine
mother, the
essence.
feminine, yeah. It's that
Yeah.
that Shakti energy, that
Yeah.
Kundalini, it's that life force that she's bringing in, that mothering, that ancient mother, the dark mothers, we call them
Mm.
Kali, Lilith, Sekhmet. All of these we have all different names, but they are all one energy, right? And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they flow into us so we can actually start to remember who we are. Like our strength, our femininity, our creativity, our wisdom, our intuition. And that's what you and I talk about all the time. And how do we step into helping others open up this channel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, yeah,
Like the first part, it has to be to root and to clear away.
yeah,
Like I know that you're on your journey and you may always be clearing away as well, but I found through the priestess work, and I don't know, did you recognize it yourself, Mona? But it really brings you back into your body. And it's like you have to root right where you are now. Because a lot of the angelic work and the upper world work is all like out of body.
yeah,
Even the astral travel, like it's all out of body, like out of body experiences. And the thing is on this, I've spoken about this with a friend this morning as well, is that sometimes you don't even want to come back because there's so much love and light and this beautiful, gentle energy
yeah.
that you're like, I don't even want to go back to my life right now. I'm happy to stay there. Do you know that kind of way? But the priestess work is like, she won't let you live in that disillusion.
No.
She's like, no, it has to be the truth and to come back into body, you know?
How many times do we joke about like, for an hour with our students or clients, like, here we
Yeah.
are negotiating with ancestors that are hacking their bio, their field, or we're, saying, hey, no more curses, no more hexes. We got to clear this contract. We got to clear this vow. And then we finish. And then,
Yeah.
I'm like, I finish with my client. I go walk into the kitchen and I'm unloading the dishwasher. It's like, that's what it is, right? And that's what
Yeah.
the Rose
Yeah.
lineage, Mary Magdalena and Isis, that's what it is embodying this human experience
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
being in this human. body, being that, but also being in your divine light and essence and bringing that frequency into the world.
Yeah, the truth is that we need both.
We do. And our bodies are so important. Our bodies are our temple, right? Which I absolutely ran my body into the ground, through my career, having kids. I mean, complete breakdown, perimenopausal at the age of 37. I had no hormones going in my body, pre-diabetic, Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism, all like happening from the age of 37 to 40, and extreme fatigue. And, no matter, the weight, the body weight, that body weight, I now realize at the age of 57, that body weight was my protective layer, right? Because women, and especially the ones that are waking up to this priestesshood and all of this, what is happening is that they're realizing how much they carry for other people in their energetic field, in their emotional field, in the mental field. And that then is the body protects by putting on the padding.
Yeah.
So it's all connected. We cannot be up there or we cannot be down there. We have to be in that present moment, in the now, in the middle field, in the middle world.
Yeah. And not that it's something that you need to put off or you need to put on the long finger. It's like you absolutely have to take care of your spiritual self as well. That's what's really coming through very strongly.
Mind, body,
And
spirit.
yeah, because just like you said, that breakdown and then the body like eventually going into so much stress that it's creating the issues and the
Yeah,
physical illnesses in the body as well. Like it's like you can't ignore these needs, your body can't just keep going on empty as well.
yeah.
So you absolutely do need it, as well. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's,
And the womb work,
oh my gosh, the
so
womb,
important.
so much what we carry around in our wombs, right? Not just from
Yeah.
this lifetime, but past lifetimes. Not just from past lifetimes, but our maternal lines and our
Mm.
ancestors. And
And all the self-sacrificing.
oh my gosh,
That's
and
it.
cultural,
Mm.
like how societal, we carry so much in that womb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And it's the part of the body, I recognize with a lot of clients, that it's just suppressed, like it's just ignored because they've learned over time just to shut down their own emotional needs
yeah,
or their own physical needs even. And just as
exactly.
long as they're taking care of everyone else's needs as well. Like you were
Yeah.
saying, you can end up then running on empty,
And that's,
So like myself and Mona have wanted to bring our work together, like just to create a better support system, we should say really as well, and a structure because like there is a lot of modalities out there and they are amazing. But we'll say what would really help you to embody, just to really embody it all and not just um work with should we say the
yeah,
surface layer of everything, just
we
to
go
go
to the
deeper.
root. Yeah, we go to the root.
Yeah.
That's where the biggest change, and the root is within yourself, right? And it's a
Yeah.
scary place to to sit with yourself. I mean, how many times when I have clients and they're just starting with me and they're, you know, women who are like, I have to do this and I don't have time because I'm so busy. And it's like, oh, I know that I was that person, right? And I was that person because it was too scary to sit with myself. So if I made myself busy and I was doing, that stopped me from actually sitting with myself and really understanding what am I scared of? What am I,
And
what am I not wanting to see about myself?
yeah, and I did it myself. Like I remember looking back and even when the kids were really small and I wasn't even able to sit down, I'd sit down and make a cup of tea or something like that, but then I'd get up again. I wouldn't even let myself sit for the 5 or 10 minutes. I'm like,
Oh my
no,
God.
I need to be
Yeah.
busy doing something else. I need to be busy doing something else,
Yeah,
you know?
I get
Yeah.
that. There was moments like, isn't it so crazy? And I think a lot of our listeners will like resonate with this. I'm at home, I've got 5 minutes, and I sit down, and as soon as I hear my husband come in, I'm up and like pretending, or I'm like busy, like, because I would feel guilty for taking that time to rest, right?
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
there's there we just have so many years of wisdom between us. And your awakening has been happening since what, you were 18 years old, like for a really
16. Yeah.
16.
16 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when the
Mu
angels called me to work with them.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a long time. I like that now being back in that frequency. It was definitely slower, but like it was yeah, it was a different time to be
Yeah.
spiritually awake. It's a lot different now. It's a lot
Yeah.
different now as well. Yeah.
Yeah. But look at that wisdom of all these years of awakening.
Mm,
My awakening happened when I was 49 years old, like 6, 7 years ago, right?
yeah.
And you know, it's been like boom. It's like constantly something is always happening. But here we are, we have these experiences, you know, going through all of the things that you've gone through, I've gone through. It's amazing to be able to share it and help women who are starting to feel like there's more to life. That's the common thread for my clients right now, for the people who seek me out, is like, I know I'm meant for something more, but I feel like I'm shackled or stuck and I don't know what it is, and then that's the point that, yes, let's go.
Yeah, and there's no doubt as well, like that you won't be turned upside down and inside out as well by the
Yeah.
energy. But that's
Oh,
exactly what needs to happen as well. Because it's like that when Kalimar Sekhmet comes
oh
in.
my God, you just read my
You
mind.
are, it just, it burns away what you
I
no longer
know.
need in your life as well, you know?
Because as I said that, and as you said, Kalima, the thing that I remembered was when I had to go in and I was like doing that deep work and it was scary. There was one meditation I was doing, and I'm like, I find myself down there in the lower world, and there is these big doors, and these big doors open, and there's this
Yeah.
huge fire, right? And I'm standing there, and next thing I know, I've got Kalima, I've got Lilith, and I've got Hekate. And suddenly, next thing I know, Kalima takes her sword and she cuts my head off. This is in my meditation. And
Yeah.
Hekate picks up my body, and I'm like watching this in this meditation or dream or, vision. Kalima takes my head and throws it into the fire. Hekate throws my body into the fire. It's like, yeah, we're burning away
Yeah.
what isn't aligned.
Transmutation.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And the
you
first thing to go is the head because of being in the head. Isn't that it?
in the head,
Yeah.
and
Get
that's
out of your
exactly
head.
it. Yeah. And how
Yeah.
many of the people that we help are actually in their head and
Yeah.
disconnected from their body, right?
And that's the power of the rose as well, because I always say to my students too, like when you bring in the rose, it kills the ego. Like,
Oh,
because there can't be any ego when you're fully in the heart, when you're fully present in the heart. And the more you work with the rose and you come on this journey, it will, like, it'll bring you out of that disillusion. If there's any
yes.
disillusion in your life, it really clears it. So you can hear your inner voice. So you can hear that voice of wisdom.
Do you
Yeah, it's
know,
just beautiful.
I really feel like at some point in our conversations and, the podcasts that you're doing, we should do some kind of rose ceremony.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful.
Just, introducing the rose to whoever finds this, the conversation between us, this podcast, the transmission, whatever you want to call it. But it feels like, it'd be wonderful if you could. Your rose ceremonies are beautiful, Lisamarie.
Ah, thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I just try to keep everything in the heart, and just
Yeah,
to be, when I try to meet everyone, like when they come through my front door, it's just, I'm meeting them soul to soul, and
yeah,
that's it, and just to, what they need, I find a lot of people that come, they just need a loving witness, someone to just hold them for
yes,
that time, like with no judgment. Do you know
yeah.
that kind of way? Just to
It's
see them and meet them where they are, and
full
then to clear
acceptance.
away all as
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it, if it's like shackles or webbing or cords or whatever,
everything. Yeah.
attachments, everything just to clear
I
away.
I call them imprints and
Yeah.
patterns, and
Mm.
loops. And I also use the Indian term, which is vasanas, which are these
Vasanas. Mm.
vasanas, which are stuck in the energy field, right? And we all have the layers of the energy field. We have our
Mm.
physical body, but we have our mental body, our emotional body, our causal body, and our etheric body. And these
Yeah.
imprints, webbing, cords, dense energy are like little imprints or little glitches in your field,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, when you meet someone heart to heart and you offer them that ability to feel safe to be themselves, they can actually see those things about themselves that they've denied, right?
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
when a client sees or meets their fear, or meets their anger, or meets their jealousy, or meets their lack of love for themselves, when they actually meet it and say, ah, oh, this is a part of me, when you claim those things, when you claim it, it has no power. You've brought it into the light. You've you've dissolved it. You're allowing that pattern to go because you've absolutely acknowledged it, claimed it, and because you've made it your own, you can call it a release, but it just doesn't have that power over you anymore.
Yeah. And especially even for the ancestral lineage, that's what comes up as well. Like as you empower yourself, then you can do it then for your children, because
Right?
that's
Oh
most
my
of the work
gosh.
needs to be done as well.
I know. I
Yeah,
think I that's so beautiful when you talk about the ancestral and how much has the ancestral come up in the last 3 or 4 days with
yeah,
the this new moon, right?
yeah.
Collectively,
Powerful.
we're in a group of women, right? That women's circle that we're part of. Like,
Mm,
how many people are talking about the ancestral? And I had a huge ancestral karmic pattern that came up
yeah.
when my daughter and my mother and myself were together, and we were sharing experiences of relationships with the men in our life, right? And we come from this really heavy Indian culture, and suddenly, oh, I'm hearing like my guides, Hekate's like, oh, you're all saying the same thing in different ways. Don't you see the contract? And I'm like, oh my God, we've got to go hunting for the contract. And the three of us, and my daughter and my mom are not, in the same spiritual, level or part of the journey that I'm at, right? But I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
we have to do a ceremony. And next thing you know, the three of us are sitting around a fire. We're writing out what we feel is a contract. What are we needing? We all have the same words written down without even, and we're burning it. Then we've got the roses, and we are taking the petals of the roses and we're blowing into it. Now that we've cleared the contract and we've put it in the fire, let's blow in what we want to call in, not just for ourselves, but the line behind
Yeah.
us and forward.
Yeah.
And we're holding hands and our hearts are like connected, and we're just in this beautiful golden bubble. And it was
Oh my
so
God, I can
powerful.
feel it, Mona. Like
Can you
it's just
feel it?
going
It
through
was
my
like,
entire body.
and
Yeah.
I'm holding my daughter in my mom's hand, and we are not mom, daughter, granddaughter. We are three women.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are three roses. We are three medicine women. We're three witches.
There's the triple goddess as well.
There's Hekate.
That's the three aspects of the woman's
Yes,
journey:
yes.
mother, maid, and crone.
Exactly. How amazing is that to, I'm like
It
talking about
was
it, and
so
as you're saying
powerful.
that,
Yeah,
and then we took that water with the roses, and the very last thing we did was we called in healing, not just for our line, but just for the land, the community,
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
And then we took the water and the roses and we gave it to the river that she
yeah,
lived nearby.
yeah.
And the next day we woke up and we're like, wow, we feel so much lighter.
Oh, definitely. It's like you cleared a whole forest, like just out of your fields.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
incredible. But what I was hearing there while you were talking about it was like they don't have to know. They don't even have to know what they're doing. It's just the intention. When
yeah.
the intention is so pure and like that powerful intention comes together, that's it. Like that's
And
all you need to be.
it's that they didn't, it wasn't like they were putting two and two together and making five
Yeah.
until we all talked about the same thing. And then
Oh
suddenly
my
it's like
gosh.
they had the awareness, like, oh my gosh. And with that awareness, they claimed it and they released it. And that's what it is. That's what we're talking about is we have to claim all the things about ourselves
Yeah.
that we are ignoring in order to step out of a pattern, to step out of a karmic contract, to step out of a loop,
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
the
exactly.
cords, the attachments. We step out of it, and then we're free.
Then you're free, yeah, exactly. And it's just like that now, even for me, like when I signed up to that course in December, and I was really humming and hawing about it, like as well. Like I was like, oh God, will I do it? Will I not do it? But the push was so much stronger that like you need to do this. You need to do this because it was like I wanted to get to that next level for myself. I knew where my next level was, and I knew I was never going to reach it from where I was and the place I was in that I needed like to step up. And it's like that. It's once you sign up, like that's your declaration as well.
It is.
Even the temple now, our temple space, which is already open as well, by the
Oh my
way,
gosh, yeah.
and we're ready for those signatures. Is that once you sign up, you're already saying, "Look, it's
You're,
done." Like, because
it's
I
already
want to do
started.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I found that when clients sign up for my offerings, the minute they say yes,
yeah,
they already start feeling the shifts and things
yeah,
happen and they're already calling me like, we haven't had our session, but something's going on. I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
it's universe, it's Hekate, it's the keeper of the you were at a threshold, you were at a
And I
gateway, and
heard
she's
it as
bringing
well
it.
from my client this morning. My client this morning said it already started shifting actually a few days ago. I felt some change.
Yeah,
And some people report it even when they book a session. And
yeah,
I'm not saying
exactly.
here, look, I'm great or we're inner egos or anything like that. I'm not saying I'm doing this, but it's the energy is doing this. And that energy is moving through me, you know.
Yeah,
I'm here to do the work.
yeah,
And like for
yeah.
me, that started at 16 years of age. Like it just started at that time. I
That's
didn't
so
even know
amazing.
what I was hearing or what was going on, but it was like the angels want to work with you and you have to work with, you're here to work with the angels and you're going to help so many women, and so many women that had been through abuse and that had been through, an awful lot of trauma. And it was undoing all of that. But it's like that, it's in time you begin to see everything,
You
you
do.
know? You
You
do.
do. You do. And
Yeah.
everyone's journey is different, right? But
Mm.
here, there's such a mass shift in
Yeah.
people and the way they're seeing things. And there's a lot of this around. But I know what makes you different, and I know what makes me different is that when we're finished with our clients, it's more about them being empowered to tune into their own wisdom and their own
Yeah.
guidance so that
Yeah.
they actually leave trusting themselves after a few sessions, because we want, I know myself, I just want everyone to be able to be their own light, their own guru, their own leader. We are not, that's what I tell clients. I'm not here for you to have a session with me and feel great. And I'm not the
Yeah.
dopamine hit. I'm not this, that you feel great. You have like you go to the chiropractor and you have an adjustment and you feel great, and then a week later you need that adjustment again. No, 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 no. Like when you finish working with me, you are able to discern for yourself because your heart and your third eye is connected, and your sacral, the three energy centers, boom,
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It needs to be. Yeah, like
yeah,
where there is like that, there's other leaders out there, and it's all about come back to me, come back to me. And it's like you're even taught that you can't really trust your own energy and
yeah,
discern like what's coming in for you, because it's only when you're in their energy, it's
yeah,
what's right, you know?
yeah,
And that's where the spiritual ego comes in,
yeah.
where when you really bring in the rose, when you're really connected to the rose, like that ego dissolves. It shouldn't be when you put the rose back in the vase, or you release them in the river, or you release them to the sea, or whatever. Whenever whenever you move away from the rose, that you're back to your ego. Because if that's still happening, there's still more work to be done, you
This push
know?
and pull within. Yeah, you're still fighting
Yeah.
that war within, that push and pull. And how, like, I know that my spiritual practice, my energy medicine work is evolving, and I'm attracting more and more healers
Yeah.
because, as a healer, you have certain imprints or patterns and vasanas that stop you from seeing your blind spots, right? And
Yeah.
you're there to
Yeah.
help others, but you have to help yourself, and you have to believe that you are, you have to feed yourself first. You have to fill yourself with light first, and then the light can go out. But how many healers are depleted because they keep giving and giving and giving and doing and doing and doing for others, and they don't take care of their own channel?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And if you want to continue doing the work that you're doing, you need to be at the absolute best as well for yourself and for everyone else too.
Yeah,
That's the biggest part of the work. Like you have to keep it evolving and upgrading.
yeah. And you got to keep
And
keep that rose blooming, and you've got
yeah,
to feed that rose. You've got to pay attention
mm,
to it. You've got to prune the rose, right? You've got to prune things around it. You've got to pay attention to it so that it keeps blooming. And what they're telling me also is very important to get across is that when our heart opens, it feels amazing. Like when we see that rose bloom, but when we get, it's not, it's important to open the heart chakra and open that energy. But the bigger thing is that when you receive a challenge, when you receive that constriction, right?
yeah,
What the important lesson is, they're saying, is to be aware that there's a constriction, and how do you get back to that open place? That awareness is huge, because we can say we have an open chakra, and then daily life, a challenge, a situation, an interaction suddenly constricts us. And what's really important is, how do we acknowledge that and say, what do we need to do to get that open? And those are the tools that I know you and I have, that we want to share with everyone in our school, because then, gosh, people are walking away knowing that they can recognize in their body something's off, and they
yeah,
have the tools to be, open up and get back into alignment, get back into their neutrality, and not be, you know, up and down.
yeah, exactly. So we're really looking for those that want to go to the next level in
Yeah,
their practice or in their life, like are on their journey. And we're ready to meet you there. That's the
yeah.
calling.
Sorry, I went off on
Yeah.
a tangent, didn't I?
Yeah, but it was beautiful. It was well
Oh
said
gosh.
as well. Yeah, absolutely. It's just part of your energy. It really is part of your energy. The mother is definitely working with you, Mona.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm just reflecting back to you and all the angelic work that you do. I love doing our angel courses, like, the IET. I love that. Um, and I can't, you know, it's, they keep they keep sending me energy into my heart. I don't know if you're feeling that heat in your heart, Lisa Marie,
I
but
do.
this
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's like it's the remembrance too, though, isn't it? It's like to be in
yeah,
the heart and
yeah.
the rose and the heart, like the Magdalena flame. Yeah, it's beautiful. And she's just saying, like, your natural essence. This is your natural essence, and it is me, and it is of me. Beautiful. And she's just saying about the lineage that connects through the sea.
Mm.
Beautiful. And it's just, I can see that, like, I can just see, like, the waves of the sea just connected in, and like it flows in through the mer people.
Oh my gosh, the mermaids have been
Yeah.
really coming in
Have they?
recently. Yeah, I keep
Yeah.
thinking about them and I can't stop thinking about them. And I'm like, I've got to, the beach is about 5 minutes from here and I've got to go and sit by the sea and the
Beautiful.
light language, I keep seeing stars this right now as I'm talking to you, the stars and the mermaids and a very beautiful blue
Beautiful.
light is coming in.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I don't know if you can feel the blue roses streaming in. Yala
Yeah.
hanyana
I
tarkia
can.
masaka innetir. They're just coming in for anybody who wants to listen. It's like they're just saying, flow out. Blue
Yeah.
roses for everyone. Blue roses for everyone. Ya la tiana mata, tiotor, sikitema. Wow. The grandmothers of Gaia, the sacred grandmothers of Gaia coming forward. Hmm.
Just saying you withhold them, you bring hold the mountain energy. The mountain energy is just behind you and connecting back. We're all being guided to connect back to the ancient rocks
Yes.
and just to that ancient mountain, just into the through the caves and there's grounding cords that are going down deep, deep, deep from the mountains into Gaia, into Mother Earth. And that it's changing the very, very vibration of the earth. And that the assistance is available to many now.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's just
So,
flowing into the consciousness. And like that, I'm here to do work with the higher consciousness as well. Um, Magdalena, it's just connecting through the sea
she
and the
is.
great ocean of awareness. And beautiful. I just drop from this ocean of awareness now through your heart chakra. And just to breathe into that now. And just awaken that truth within your heart for all to see. She says, just look to the higher truth because it will dissolve any disillusion. Any disillusion will not be. And just look back to that heart and that essence. Beautiful in the lineage of the rose. And she's just pouring the roses, they're flowing through the water.
They really are.
Yeah, they're just flowing down into that from the cosmic sea, flowing through but it's the real water. I'm looking at like the ocean, and the ocean is there. But she's saying, like, just don't look, don't allow this to surpass you. It's like just you need to look. And when you look, you'll truly begin to see the magnificent wonder, like for all to see. And that's when your sight and your senses will really awaken and open. So, like, she's holding open the door, and it
She
looks
is.
like that door is open now. The
It's,
door is
yeah,
ready.
I feel
Yeah,
like whew, the last few
yeah,
minutes, the streaming in of the blue rose
yeah,
energy, they're just
yeah.
all over the sea, the mermaids.
Beautiful.
And I just wanted to add that we say roses, but so many people have different flowers within them,
Yeah,
right? So
yes.
for me, I work with lotus frequency as well as rose frequency. Right now, recently, the marigold has come in.
Oh, wow. Do you
Yeah.
know that's connected to Hekate as well, the marigold?
Oh, I did not
Yeah,
know that.
it is. Yeah.
Do you know? And I did
Yeah.
a
And the
beauty.
daffodils as well. The
Oh, I
daffodils
didn't know
work
that.
with, she
Yeah.
works with those as well.
Yeah,
Any of the
and
yellow flowers. Yeah.
that's so
And
interesting.
mm,
And for new
it's
moon,
incredible.
I really wanted to, I don't know why, but I had to go and get marigold seeds.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, why do I need marigold? Like it was just, I'm like, okay, okay. I went and got marigold seeds, and then I did
Yeah.
my new moon ceremony, and then I blew into the seeds what I was seeding for the new moon,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
planted them.
Do you know I can really feel his energy is coming in
Yeah,
behind you when you're talking about those seeds, you know?
yeah,
And it's that pure sun energy as well. Like it's
yeah,
he's the sun god.
yeah.
And like all creation as well that are flowing.
It's
Like so
funny
that's
you said
incredible,
that.
isn't it?
Funny you
Yeah.
said that. I had someone else tell me like, I'm sorry, but I have a message for you. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm open to it. And they're like, you need to work with the Eye of Ra, not the Eye of
Yeah.
Horus, but the Eye of Ra.
Eye of Ra. Wow. Oh my God, I'm
And
getting the
now I have a
shivers.
tingling. I have a tingling here.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing. Well, that's
yeah.
incredible. Incredible.
So
Thank you so much for this conversation out today. And
I loved it. It always makes me happy. Makes my heart smile when we spend time together like this and we just talk. You know, this is it. It's like we're around the
it's joy.
fire. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
joy.
around the fire. We're the medicine
Yeah,
women, just sharing
yeah,
our wisdom. And as we share, it's gonna affect and help or inspire someone who's listening. And I think
yeah.
that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, like for me, like I feel if it just goes out to that one person that needs to hear it today, just I hope you've heard this, and you've received it like into your soul, into your heart, and
Yeah.
where it needs to be. And yeah, that's amazing. So thank you, thank you,
Thank you,
thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you, thank you, thank
Thank you
you.
for listening.
Shukran, shukran, shukran.
Beautiful.
How is that?